Ready? Good morning. Today is Tuesday, August 9th, and this is the Development and Planning Services Committee meeting. Chairman Skinner is not with us today, and I'll be chairing this. We have already pledged and prayed, and we have a quorum with 2 members here. I need approval of the minutes of the previous meeting, please.
Move to accept.
Thank you. Is there any changes to the agenda?
No changes.
Thank you, sir. I don't have any presentations or anything on the consent agenda. Moving directly into debate. New business. Mr. Slaughter, what do you have for us
I'm
today?
going to ask Mr. Prather to come up and present these first 2 items for you.
Thank you.
Morning, Mr. Prather.
Morning.
How y'all doing?
Good.
We have an item up here for your consideration that's been in the works for quite some time. It's the Riverside Boat Ramp Boat Dock Replacement. This is a project that we took a few steps back on to plan out, think globally about where we locate this new dock. We also required, Corps of Engineers required us to get a permit replacement for this. So it took us a little bit of time, but we finally got this to bid. It's pretty close to our budgeted amount. Our low bidder was Glenn Industrial Group, LLC, out of Charlotte. This company is more of a marine, underground, piping, repairing dams type company, but they impressed us with their site visit and recommend approval. Let them replace the boat dock there for $178,783.
Expensive boat dock.
It's a nice boat dock.
Oh, yeah.
Big.
Is
It's
this-
big.
So this is
And
the
big
main,
and high.
the main aspect of this is ADA accessible, so it allows somebody in a wheelchair to be able to access the boat dock and also launch a kayak.
It says your construction schedule will be 21 days. We're not going to do it right here during prime season, would we?
Well, it's going to take us a little while to procure the actual materials, but we're hoping to go ahead and let them get started. So if we get it in the next month, it'll be after Labor Day, hopefully. So
So the
most of
season will
our
be slowing
projects,
down. Okay.
similar like Wildwood, we're waiting after Labor Day to kind of start doing these things. So
Okay. Well, I was
That's-
just concerned that we were doing it right here in the
Labor Day.
middle of,
How long will it take?
how long does what take?
Installation of the building.
Oh, 21 days.
Okay, you may have already said.
That's what we're going to allow them. It shouldn't take them that long.
very good.
Move to consent.
So when I mentioned that we had taken a step back, we actually looked globally, and I hate to use the word master plan, but we actually didn't do a master plan of that. That's in consideration of the new SPLOST project there. So we're looking at that as a future project potentially. Reorganize that for better circulation, better parking.
Thank you. We have a motion to consent, and so moved. Do you have one other item for us?
Yes, ma'am. This is the rejection of the bid for the PR backup center that Mr. Blanchard just requested for some equipment. This bid was way over what we had budgeted. We had one bidder, Net Planner, at $1.3 million. Staff's recommended we reject this bid and reevaluate how we're going to do this. I believe procurement and IT and me are going to come up with a different idea how to kind of piecemeal this together to save the county money.
That's double what we thought it was going to be.
Right.
How does this affect the equipment that we ordered?
Well,
I mean, we were ordering the equipment, we don't have a
There's
place
somewhere
to
to
put it.
store it?
We're still going to use the equipment. We had a meeting last week, I believe it was, Michael. We had a meeting with some folks from out of town. They showed us where they just purchased a very similar building for a much cheaper price, like a tenth of what. And so Michael's got a plan to move forward on the building. We need the equipment. There's lag time on the equipment. Let's get it ordered, have it ready when the building gets here. It's a prefab building. It's set in place. It's hooked up. Equipment goes in. So we're still working towards our goal. And Michael has a plan.
Move to consent.
So moved. Anything else, Mr. Prather?
thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen.
And next we have Development Services.
All right, the only item I have for your consideration is alcohol beverage license for 4052 Jimmy Dias, doing business as Super Express 12. The applicant for the Super Express 12 applied for an alcohol beverage license to sell beer and wine for off-premise consumption from 4052 Jimmy Dias Parkway. The applicant has provided all the required information. A distance survey is provided, and you can see there The distance from the front door to the nearest property of a church is 173.3 feet, and by our code, we require 600 feet. There is no known opposition. However, the staff recommends denial of the license due to the failure to meet the distance requirements.
Did the church have any comments?
No, we have no contact with them.
This
Applicant
is,
said
convenience?
Applicant was gonna reach out to them, but we have not heard back from the applicant.
and this is a new license or a returning license? New
license.
building, okay. One of these is better to do, is a consent or debate?
You can go to consent, you're denying a license. That's your.
Move to consent.
So your motion is to deny?
Yes,
Okay.
it doesn't qualify.
All right, so moved. Anything else on your section? All right. Mr. Sterling,
Morning, ma'am.
good morning.
Just one item for you, for your consideration today. We have an encroachment agreement for BEC Custom Homes and Development at 1588 River Island Parkway. They're looking to construct a 4-foot retaining wall and the decking for an in-ground pool inside the 10-foot drainage and utility easement on the rear of the property. There are no current underground utilities within that easement, and staff is recommending approval. You can see from the back up there, that lot is a little concaved in the rear. So that's part of their,
And this agreement that's written is very explicit that if we ever have to come through, it's
correct.
their problem.
They're well aware of their roles and responsibilities.
Move to consent.
So moved. Anything else, Mr. Sterling?
No, ma'am.
All right, I have no other committee reports. Any legal matters for this committee? Thank you, Chris. Staff reports, planning services.
Yes, ma'am. July Planning Department workload monthly report. It's for your information only. Answer any questions you might have.
Looks like plan reviews are slowing down.
They're taking a little longer to get through the process, in terms of the applications are a little more complex, of late. And certainly in the summertime, we have a challenge of development side handing them off, going on vacation. So if any questions or any issues to work out between staff and the design teams, those tend to be a little more protracted. But still getting applications. And then I think
All right, and next report?
the other one is the June 22 plan review monthly measurement report. Questions you might have?
Almost double the residential, almost.
We're still getting residential permits in, and that's not terribly unsurprising. You know, we've had a number of final plats over the last year and a half, and usually that's the up and down is we'll get more preliminary plats one year, more final plats that correspond with that the following year. And we've had kind of a pile up over the last 2 years in final plats, so we have quite a number of lots available or soon to be available for construction. So that's what you see there is a lot of those permits being pulled.
Very good. I have no other questions on that. Next report?
All right, the first report we have is the July 2021, 2022 Development Services Monthly Report, and a copy of that report is attached for your information. Further action is required. I'll be happy to answer any questions concerning that report.
I have no questions. Next?
All right, the next one we have is the July 2022 Development Services Financial Report, and a copy of that is attached for your.
No more questions.
Questions?
And the last one we have is the temporary event alcohol permits, and we had 2 applicants. Like I said, copy of that is attached for your information.
Thank you very much. Anything else, Mr. Scarberry?
That's what it is.
Ed, any commissioner or public comments for this committee? Seeing none, I have no items for executive session. I will adjourn this meeting at 8:59. Thank you.